Oh my God.
WMSC.
WMSC Upper Montclair, New Jersey.
Oh my God, it's finally happening. Today is Thursday, September 8th, 2022. This program, not program anymore. I decided to just call things programs from here on out. It's back because, hey, we've been back since Tuesday. Tuesday was cool.
Yeah.
Hey, kudos to Tuesday for a second.
Yes,
Wednesday
sir.
was pretty good too. Kudos to Wednesday. But today's Thursday,
So it's going to be better.
so it's infinitely better than those other days, including Friday, including Monday. All those days can catch these hands 3 times on a daily basis because it is me, Isaiah, joined by our new co-host. One quick second. I have sad news, everyone. Aiden Ping can no longer do the show due to
Eat on Monster.
some obligations in the schedule. So we appreciate you, Aiden Ping. What was his girlfriend's name? Caitlin? Hey, one last time. Shout out, Caitlin. We love you, Caitlin. Hey, but now we have a new co-host. His name is JT. JT, hello.
What's up?
Hey, and we're
Hey.
joined by some other new faces. We got a new sportscaster here who's been on the show a couple semesters, took a little break. He's back. Campbell, say what's up to the people.
Hi.
Groundbreaking stuff. And also bringing back her world famous segment from time to time. She's back again. University Fellows, because that's what it says on her shirt. And I cannot see her face right now, but Lana is here. Lana.
Yo.
Wow. And in the shadow realm, we have none other than our newscaster extraordinaire, morning buzz icon, back in studio from her summer vacation, Amina. Ah,
You
man.
forgot her.
Amina. No, wait.
Of course.
Amina, you have to wait. Wrong. Amina, I'll get you back on air at some point. But for now, sorry, Amina, it's my bad, not yours. Campbell, why don't you do sports before we get to news?
Yeah, you know what? Thank you, Isaias. And now time for the 7 o'clock morning news hour of sports. All rise. You know, not intentionally asking you guys to all rise from your seats, but for the 55th time this season, Aaron Judge has slammed his gavel over the fence as the Evil Empire claimed victory 5-4 Wednesday afternoon over the Minnesota Twins in the doubleheader. The MVP case has been adjourned for some time in the eyes of Yankee fans as the season nears the home stretch. The nightcap saw Isaiah Ramirez hit a grand slam. The Bronx Bombers and the Twins, Game 3 at the stadium tonight. And over to the other team in Queens. I mean, he's just a simple man. And in some fans' case scenario, he is the best ace in the area. Jacob deGrom goes 7 scoreless and strikes out 8 Pirates in Game 2 of the doubleheader sweep of Pittsburgh. Beforehand, in Game 1, Tyler Naquin and Eduardo Escobar both hit home runs in Game 1 for that Game 1 victory. The Mets are off today, but, you know, they will head to Miami to take on the Marlins. And, you know, that team from Atlanta, the reigning champs, the Atlanta Braves, are really creeping on the Mets there with a 1-game lead for the team in Queens. Champions League scores, Isaiah. I reached out to you last night about this, and I sent the crazy eyes emoji after seeing the scores. But Napoli shocking Liverpool in a 4-1 victory in their group. Tottenham tops Marseille, and Atletico Madrid beats Porto. And we got some U.S. Open action. You know, Francis Tiafoe becomes the first American since Andy Roddick to reach a men's final at the U.S. Open, since Roddick himself did it in 2006, who was in attendance for the match. And he gets to take on number 3 in the tournament, and I would be assuming in the world, Carlos Alcaraz, in the Final Four this later weekend. And the NFL is back, Isaiah and Lana and JT and Amina. The NFL is back, and all roads lead to the big game tonight, as Josh Allen and the Bills will go to Inglewood, California, to take on the defending world champion Los Angeles Rams. And that'll do it here for sports here at the 7 o'clock hour. I'm Campbell Donovan for 90.3 WMC Upper Montclair here on the Thursday edition of the Morning Buzz.
Thank you, Campbell. Very quickly, in one word, who's going to win?
Wrong answers only.
Bills or Rams? You have 2 seconds. 1.
Rams.
Okay. There you have it. Rams are
Said
going to
wrong
win.
answer,
That's
so-
not a prediction. That's a spoiler, everyone. But now, if I did technology correct, because sometimes your boy be slacking in the morning. Coffee
Sometimes.
still waiting for it to hit Amina. Sorry, but Amina, are you there?
Hey guys.
Yeah. Now, Amina, we appreciate having you back, but we are dying to know what is going on in the world, and you are probably the only person who could fill us in.
I got you guys. Okay. So in national news, 4 people are dead and 3 are wounded after a senseless murder rampage took place across Memphis that forced residents inside. Police were notified that the suspect was on Facebook threatening to harm people. The suspected shooter was identified by police as 19-year-old Ezekiel DeJohn Kelly. The identities of the victims have not been released. It was not immediately clear if the suspect knew any of the victims. Kelly was apprehended around 9:20 p.m. last night and taken into custody. Court records also showed a first-degree murder warrant had been issued for Kelly on Wednesday. Additional details about the case connected to the warrant were not immediately available. In state news, the body of a missing 78-year-old man was recovered Wednesday from the Passaic River. Patterson firefighters found the Woodland Park man's body shortly after 11 a.m. after a search involving local police, fire departments, and the Passaic County Sheriff's Office. The man was last seen on surveillance video shortly before leaving his home by car around midnight Tuesday. He was reported missing around 9 a.m. and police found his car at 2 p.m. the same day near Totowa Road and Hillary Street in Totowa. The search resumed early Wednesday when the man's body was spotted by a fireboat crew in the river. As of now, the medical examiner's office is working to determine how the man died. And in local news, New Jersey will create a statewide Black History Trail under new law. The bipartisan law, also known as A2 677, requires the New Jersey Historical Commission to establish a Black Heritage Trail linking together landmarks, heritage sites, museums, and attractions highlighting moments of political, military, artistic, cultural, and social importance in the state's Black history. State officials are still working to establish an exact list of which locations will get markers on the trail. So far, officials have named these possible sites during Wednesday's event: the Harriet Tubman Museum in Cape May, Hinchcliffe Stadium in Patterson, and Lawnside in Camden County. And your weather today, it is sunny with a low of 62 and a high of 79.
Wow. Amina, thank you very much. It's been so long since we heard you, but we are glad to have you back on the show. That last story, very feel good. The first part of that news report, Amina, was very doom and gloom, very sad, and that's going to be very much like the beginning of our own show here. But hey, what a time to be alive! Shout out to local New Jersey stuff going on here. But sadly, we have to get into something you touched upon, which I'm not going to read everything because you pretty much said most of the important parts there. Is indeed a 19-year-old suspect was arrested Wednesday in a shooting rampage that left 4 people dead and 3 others injured across multiple crime scenes in Memphis, Tennessee. At least one of the shootings was apparently streamed on Facebook Live, ultimately leading to the arrest of Ezekiel Kelly as a suspect in the shooting following a high-speed pursuit, according to Memphis police. The shootings began before 1 a.m. on Wednesday and continued through late in the evening hours, triggering a shelter-in-place order for part of the city as police searched for the gunman. And a statement from Shelby County Sheriff Lloyd Bonner, quotes, our citizens in Memphis and Shelby County were going about their business, getting off from work, picking up children from daycare, just going about their ordinary lives when all of a sudden it was shattered. Many families will never ever get over the horrific violence that we saw that one individual inflicted on the city tonight. End quote. Now, it was a pretty slow news day yesterday, and then sadly, at this point, you just get that feeling that something's probably going to happen, given how slow the news was. And this is the story that sadly had to happen, and it's a story that is very grotesque. It's very disgusting, and the videos of like his live stream was being shared online, and that was very disturbing to stumble upon. And I wish my eyes didn't have to see that, because just hearing the guy talk, he clearly sounds insane, and seeing the visuals of everything was very. I had to like close out Twitter, because I was like, I can't see what he's about to do. It was too much, man. And I think social media websites need to do a better job at handling videos like that. Because apparently he like live streamed multiple times and was still able to go live. So I feel like definitely social media platforms could have stepped in and prevented from that video not only spreading, but preventing him from live streaming. Because I guess that was part of his goal, was to get some type of fame or something going along with this. Clearly the guy was mentally deranged. He's insane if you're willing to commit such a horrendous act like that. Very quickly, JT, I'm going to throw it to you. What do you think about this?
You said he Facebook Lived it, right?
Facebook Live.
So this is the same platform that will censor literally anything that goes against Mark Zuckerberg, but they just let this guy live stream.
They've muted us
murder?
before. A college news radio show.
They've muted
But
us
they
for
didn't mute
what?
this
Playing
guy.
music that we didn't pay for?
Yeah.
So they mute us for playing music we didn't pay for, but not the guy going around shooting people like it's a GTA server. Are you kidding me? Yeah, this is America, y'all. But this is very. I don't have words for it. Like you said, it was a slow news. Yes, a no news day yesterday, and the worst of the worst. You even told me, you were just like, something's gonna crop up, and I was like, probably you're right. And I was not expecting this. I was expecting something insane, like I don't know, Trump presidential run announcement or something like that. Not this at all. It's just very sad, and I don't have many other words for that because none of my words are safe.
You know, JT, you gotta let your words fly, man. I do have the dump button just in case.
Can't say dumb,
Can't say that. Sorry. Amina, this is a very troubling situation. How do you feel about such a story like this? Because it's a hard one, man. It's definitely a hard one.
Yeah, I just feel bad. One, because of everybody that did lose their lives yesterday, but also it's like you're just going about your day, and like this man, he was basically like anyone that was in his way. Because I was reading like he took some lady's car but killed her because he wanted her car to like get away. And it's just crazy that it was also noted that he was technically supposed to be in jail, and if he would have if he would have served his actual like full jail sentence, he wouldn't have even been out right now. So it's like this person, he already has a bad history, and it's already noted that he's deranged in some way. So it's like the fact that he was even still able to be out and on the loose is actually ridiculous.
Yeah, not only that, but the fact that he was able to get his hands on a weapon, and despite having that kind of background and history, I don't know how that's even.
You said he was from
possible.
Tennessee, right?
Huh?
You said he was from Tennessee?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, I know, but you'd like to think that at some point we would evolve as a country and create some more protocols when it comes to obtaining a weapon.
And that's just another American issue.
Anyways, guys, this is a hard situation to monitor, and I'm glad the police were able to arrest him before I imagine he was going to try to commit more murders throughout the day into today. But thankfully he was arrested. We'll see how long he's in jail, hopefully for the rest of his life. But I don't have my hopes up too high. Regardless, JT, we're going to switch things up now. Let's talk about some masks. We haven't talked about masks and COVID things like that in quite some time.
Oh my God, the metaverse might notice we're not wearing our masks right now. That's something else. You want to know who else is not wearing their masks? Mass transits. No more masks on public transportation. Scott Ladd, a Port Authority spokesman, made a statement to NJ Advanced Media saying, following Governor Hochul's announcement today, the Port Authority is no longer requiring masks at its New York facility or on path. Mask mandates were nationally dropped in April 18th after a federal judge voided the national mask mandates covering airplanes and other public transportation. New York State retained the masking requirements while New Jersey dropped the regulation on April 19th. That's surprising. Normally, New Jersey's the lapdog. Riders who complied with the mask requirements had made complaints that roughly half the path passengers they saw were unmasked. Ironically enough, this is not the only mask-related story we have. A Newark mother, yay, New Jersey, was outraged as her daughter's medical exemption against the mask mandate was denied. Anna Da Silva, that's such an Italian name, pointed out that they called me and said masks are essential, and I complied. She was already in school, and I didn't want to take her out in the middle of the school year. I felt that could hurt her. And I just thoughts on this. Last year, or especially early last year and the year before, I was very not so much pro mask mandate, but understanding of the mask mandate. I was very, we just need to do this. But we're going on 3 years since the pandemic. COVID is not going away. Let me make that clear. But COVID,
Hold on, COVID's dead. We made that.
We gaslit ourselves into believing COVID disappeared while we lied. It's still here, but we know how to have a handle on it. We have it's got a brother now. It's got monkeypox, so we've got that to worry about.
I don't think scientifically, are they brothers?
I don't know, bro.
This is crazy. Okay, it's always interesting to me though when you hear stories like this, because even to this day, the idea of masks are so like polarizing for people, and it gets so extreme where me, is it annoying? Was it annoying? Absolutely. Did I wear it? You better believe I did, because hey, I've been a lot of places. I've seen a lot of disgusting things.
You work at a Walmart. I'm not surprised.
Exactly. So I just recently took off my mask at Walmart because I was like, I gotta wait until like some of these weirdos stop coming in. Hey, it's been pretty quiet at the world of Walmart these days.
You're gonna see something on your next shift.
I know. I jinxed myself. I definitely jinxed myself. Someone's gonna do some crazy stuff, and I'm gonna put my mask back on.
What's going on in the fruit produce aisle?
Yeah, but I will say I've been in New York Transit a couple times recently, and I didn't really see them enforcing the mask mandate for the most part. Like people on transit were like just living their life. It was more like an optional thing. At least what I took from it was, yeah. So I guess it's good to have this official, and hopefully we can move on as society. But hopefully people are still taking precautions. If they're feeling sick, they put a mask on at least, or they're feeling sick, maybe they stay home. Hey, that goes for all you hooligans. You're feeling sick, I don't want to see your face. All right, get out of here.
Rude, but okay.
Go on Zoom, man. It still exists. But this is interesting. That New York mother is taking a very interesting stance.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm
with
not
the last name
either.
like Da Silva, I'm not surprised.
Wow. But do you find it interesting that schools are still enforcing masks right now?
No, I'm not. Interesting, yes. Surprised, no.
Do you think Montclair should?
No, they've already taken it away twice and reinstated it twice, and our student body is, for lack of a better term, feral. So I'd say it's in their best interest not to bring back the mandate. I remember they got away with it last time because nobody was on campus. It was taken away for at least a month. I only know because I was paying attention to my emails. I forgot why I was paying so close attention, but I was. And they were like, the mask mandate is gone. And I was at work and I laughed. I was like, it'll be back. And just like I thought, like right back, like early August, like late July, they were like, with the cases rising, we're gonna bring it back. I was like, yep, what I say. So a lot of people don't even remember that they lifted it before. So right when we left last semester, when they were like, no more masks, I was predicting that to happen again, but I was pleasantly surprised. Now, does that mean that they might not, out of nowhere in like the middle of October, when people start getting sick and they start going, oh, people are getting sick, it must be COVID, let's bring back masks? That might bring some controversy. That's another prediction I have, but I was wrong the first time, so hopefully I'm wrong now, because we have too many problems. I do not need another semester of people fighting and stabbing each other over masks.
Jeez. Hey, very quickly, this is very off topic. Remember people were stabbing each other for the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
No,
that was
yeah.
crazy.
Now, see, that's a reason.
That was
That is not a
absolutely
WMSC
insane.
opinion. That is a JT.
That was an interesting time to be alive.
Can't relate to that.
Oh my god, Lana.
Listen, I'm gonna say it's worth it.
Lana. Lana. All right. Back to the main story though. Lana, how do you feel about this mask thing though? Do you think this is kind of the last domino to fall in the state of mask mandates going on these times?
I mean, honestly, I'm just really unsure at this point. I stopped trying to guess because I'm probably gonna be wrong. It can come back, it may not. We'll just have to see what happens, really.
Yeah, you're right about that. Hey, at this point in time, we're gonna take a quick break on the morning buzz, and when we come back, we got some things going on in Texas. We got apparently COVID's brother, monkeypox news, and some cool statistics coming out of Jersey City. All that and more here on what we call the morning buzz. As I go and click out of this tab. Oh, well, looks like my internet has frozen. So we're
course it
going to
did.
go with whatever the B-bar wants, guys. Bye again.
You're listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, where music stays cool, cooler than
Morning, Buzz. It is official. We are back for some more conversation, some more breaking news, some more
Controversy.
more
Like
controversy.
liking chicken sandwiches.
I'm sorry, I just
Jeez.
don't.
Lana, like everything else about you, I'm cool with.
I love it.
The fact that you do not like Popeye's chicken sandwiches or chicken sandwiches in general, it's a problem.
So you're cool
Hi.
with me chopping my arm off for my boyfriend, but you're not cool with me not.
Yes,
liking it.
you know what? If I was cool with you setting yourself on fire for your boyfriend, I'm fine with you chopping your arm off.
Hi, I'm Lana. I make films. I ride horses. I love chicken, but I don't like chicken sandwiches. Please hire me.
Lana, if it makes you feel better, I haven't had the Popeye chicken sandwich either.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Amina.
Hold on. Everyone
I-
settle down. I know we have news to get to. We'll get to that in 1 second. Amina,
I told
you went
that-
all this time oh so quiet when we had these conversations and you've never had it yourself?
This is why.
Listen,
She
I
knew
told
what
you
happened.
guys I don't like Popeyes and I don't like KFC.
I just
Amina.
I don't even
See, Lana has an excuse.
What's my excuse?
I don't feel
Look at
comfortable here. Oh my god. Wow. Hey guys, you know what? You know what else is crazy? Snow. Okay. Back to our scheduled programming. We have some sad news actually coming out of New York City. New York City has been a great talking point pretty much for the last ever. For its eternity, you know, we're always going to talk something about New York City. I think one of the weirdest things I heard about New York City was the PSA about nuclear fallout. That was very disturbing, very creepy. Was I scared for a second? Did they know something I didn't know? But hey, everything's fine. We're still alive. But you know what's not alive? Snow days, guys. Snow days in New York City is over. It's end. It's done. It's never going to happen again. And that comes from New York City's Department of Education Chancellor, David C. Banks. He has said that New York City public school students should expect to attend class virtually learning when snow and other storms hit the area. And he even had this to say: so sorry, kids, no more snow days, but it's going to be good for you. What kind of sick menace says something like that? Anyways, before the wide adoption of remote learning during COVID-19 pandemic, students would traditionally get the day or days off from school. You know, that's something we look forward to when we were in elementary school, middle school. We're like, hey, it's just going to snow tomorrow, and that means I'm not going to school. I'm not going to do my homework. I'm not going to study for that test. And now these kids have to be forced to do their homework,
This is child abuse.
forced to study, forced to pursue their education.
Don't
That's
we have a
terrible.
constitutional amendment against cruel and unusual punishments?
Mhm. But according to the Washington Post, snow days have not been used since the start of the pandemic, and New York actually requires students to attend school 180 days out of the year. Okay, this is sad, guys.
I'm not going all
How would you
180
feel?
days.
Because obviously we're in New Jersey, we get a lot of snow, and what if they were just like, I get that it's snowing out, but like you still got to go.
They've started doing that. My
Ha-
district started
Mm.
doing that.
Did you when you were in high school? Or
No.
Okay.
I escaped that. I was out.
Lana, you just got into college like 2 days ago. I'm kidding. How would you feel, guys? Like, honestly, is that something you'd be like, well, I understand it because we have the technology, or are you just angry?
I mean,
Both.
oh yeah, both. Cause like, yeah, we do have the technology. I guess we should use it. But look, I need my snow day. I just want to sit by my fireplace, drink.
Oh, you had a fireplace.
in my old house. Yeah,
Fancy.
drink a hot cocoa and just wrap a blanket around me and enjoy inside time.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
cute. My mom made me shovel.
That was
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, my mom made me do.
Luckily, I lived in like apartments all my life, so I didn't have to shovel like the driveway. Very quickly. Just,
No.
like,
My mom was like, shovel. And if you want to make some money, go shovel in a neighbor's driveway. I'm like, please.
that was a hustle, man.
They didn't even talk to me.
Yeah. Hey, but you know, I feel like that is okay. Living in New Jersey, I think that is the one benefit of New Jersey is when you're in like those kind of schools, your high school, middle school, elementary school. It's like when it does snow, you don't have to worry about it, you know, for the most part. You're just like, I'm just gonna enjoy my day off, you know. I'm just gonna chill at home. I'm gonna watch The Price is Right at 11 a.m. I'm gonna have a can of Chef Boyardee noodles, and I'm just gonna
Ew.
chill. Hey man, struggle meals are real. All right, don't hate on the hustle. All right.
Ramen noodles have things in them. No,
Ramen
my
and Chef
district was
Boyardee, man.
crazy. My district, they would I think that even when we had snow hit hard, all the other districts surrounding me would close down, and unless the snow was up to your knees, you were going to school.
My
Same.
school was the same thing. Yeah, they always would wait until like last minute too. So like you would go to sleep thinking, "Oh man, am I gonna have to go to school tomorrow?"
Probably not. Everywhere else is closed.
Yeah,
and your
and
mom
then
would
I'm
be
like,
waking you up.
maybe," and they'd be like, "Yeah, you still got school." And then at the best, it'd be like, "Hey, 2 hour delay, man." I'm like, "Who does that help?" All
We had
right,
one of those.
2 hour delay.
I mean those delayed openings back in the day,
Mhm.
and then you would get the phone call probably the night before from the district saying our district will be closing or
See,
having
you got
grand
lucky,
opening."
Campbell. You got lucky. Our schools were playing games with us. They
Well-
didn't even say anything until the morning. I'd wake up, alarm hits, and then I'd be like,
All
right,
his
getting ready to
backpack,
school.
his polo,
I'm all
his
set, and my
khaki
mom's like,
shorts.
"Why are you getting ready? What are you doing?" They'd cancel school. I'm like, "I didn't know this."
Go back to sleep.
I mean,
just like,
I mean the benefit of the doubt that probably all five of us here, I mean we had the benefit of having snow days and not having virtual learning.
Yeah, I think that came up
Until
clutch.
now.
Yeah, I'm glad that our best technology was Minecraft on the Xbox 360 back in the day because if we had like real technology, I think it would have been a wrap for me. There's no way I would have been that good of a student if I had the resources I have today. Having the phone like that, like I didn't get like a phone probably until like late into high school.
Nah. My
but
mom
yeah.
swore up and down she was never getting me a phone until I hit freshman year, and technology it hit a point where it was like,
Yeah, you kind of.
had-
I think everyone was forced to
at this point,
yeah,
at this day and age, like yeah, but like she was all like, no, you're not getting a phone until you
Mhm.
can pay for one. So I'm in middle school, and like teachers like it's phone time, and I'm just like twiddling my thumbs, yelling at kids because like what am I gonna do?
Rough, man. It's
And I
that's
get my
rough.
first Samsung. What the heck?
Samsung Galaxy S4.
Oh, it's not that fancy. I don't know what my mom got me, but it was some ghetto edition out of Metro PCS, but I loved it.
Hey, man. You gotta enjoy the little things,
Little things.
Exactly. I remember when I first got my phone, there was no Spotify or anything. I had to download or watch on YouTube.
Change the
Back in the
metadata.
day, we used to listen to cassettes and things.
You mean
I'm
Spotify
just kidding.
wasn't already there?
Huh?
Spotify wasn't. just
Yeah,
there?
so like Spotify, Lana, it's like new, like back. Okay.
Oh my-
All right, guys. JT,
Yes,
I think we're good on the whole Snow Day conversation.
we should be.
We got to talk about COVID's brother now.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna let me live. that
I'm
down.
never gonna let that live down.
New monkeypox vaccine sites in New Jersey. The two New Jersey counties will be hosting sites to distribute the monkeypox vaccine. They'll be located in Hudson and Union counties, as these are the target communities. According to the state health department, about 26% of confirmed monkeypox cases, that is 155 people, have been among those who live in Hudson County, and 8.9% of people, 50 people, have been among those living in Union. Commissioner Judas Persicilli went on record saying community-based pop-up sites continue to increase the availability and accessibility of the monkeypox vaccine. Monkeypox is here, y'all.
Monkeypox is here. It's been here for a hot minute.
I'll say this though,
Yeah.
I have an opinion that has been widely shared. People will take this a lot more seriously than they did COVID. You want to know why?
Why?
Because COVID didn't make you ugly. COVID didn't pop up all the spots on your face. COVID didn't give you the boils on your arms, on your face, on your nose, anything like that. COVID, they said it was just a flu. So they won't take this one seriously. So we might
I
be in
think
the
that's
clear.
hilarious because as far as I'm concerned, like monkeypox can't kill you, right?
I don't know if it.
I don't think there's any death link to monkeypox. I'll fact check that later. If I get exposed, I get exposed. Sorry about it. But a lot of people were dying from COVID, and
lot of people.
that's hilarious because you bring that point up because that's probably believable. Like,
I mean,
I don't know if I want to be getting monkeypox. And my skin looks great as of late. I mean, like I
you
can't
cleaned up your
afford.
acne from last year. Like,
Hmm?
again, you go, boy. Okay.
Exactly. I can't.
Drop the skincare routine.
Yes,
So
hey,
I
it's a
looked-
secret.
I looked it up if monkeypox can kill you.
Yeah.
It's not common, but it could.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, if I die, I die. No, I'm kidding.
It is
I
ranged
think.
to 0 to 11%.
Wow. I mean, I think we're gonna start learning a lot more about the effects of monkeypox shortly. See it as it spreads more or not. I just think it's a little different from COVID because it's not spreading as rapidly.
Sure.
Because it's not like airborne type of thing going on the way that COVID was. And
How is monkeypox spread? Do I even want to know? Can we even
It's
talk
by
about how it's spread on
touch. Like,
touch?
yeah, it is by touch, right?
like if someone has monkeypox and like I believe, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure.
No, we can
Like
touch it.
if they could like if they like touch like your chair or something and then you sit in their chair, like it's gonna like it's like that. That's how you get it.
None of y'all better touch me.
Yeah, it's direct contact, touching
Yeah.
objects, and then obviously if you're doing adult business things, make sure you get the vaccine. Because that's important, guys. Don't be giving people things that you don't want to be giving people. I don't know how else to describe. I'm sure
We
you
don't
guys
need
could
any
use-
more easy.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Whoa.
That
That is
good.
wow. Wow. Yeah. I don't know how to transition from that one. Hey, on that note, very quickly, guys, we are going to take another break here on the Morning Buzz. Shout out to Easy. I don't think we have any music here on the station to be playing, but RIP to the icon. Anyways, guys, we'll be back on the Morning Buzz.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
And we are back here on the Morning Buzz. It's certainly been an interesting show. The vibes are incredible. Once again, shout out ECE. Now we have some more important things to talk about.
You're a
Because
menace.
we have some good things coming out of Jersey City.
Yay.
Which is it's nice to hear.
My hometown.
Is that
Yeah, before my mommy moved me down to the suburbs.
not the suburbs? Hey, you know, it is what it is, JT. You got a
Yeah.
hat on. Just point out random things about today. For the 6th straight year, Jersey City has been named the most ethnically diverse city in the United States, beating out the Maryland communities of Germantown and Gatesburg. Those exist. The study was conducted by the personal finance website WalletHub.com. Jersey City has held the top spot since the study was created in 2017, and Mayor Steve Plop said, quote, "One doesn't have to look very hard to see what we've known here all along. Jersey City is uniquely diverse and has been for generations." End quote. The city of 292,000 people, where more than 40 languages are spoken, ranked 3rd in ethno-racial diversity, 2nd in linguistic diversity, and 164th out of 500 in birthplace diversity. The 3 key metric used to determine the rankings. New York City was number 6. Clifton in Passaic County was ranked 25th. Newark was 45th. Patterson was 92nd. Camden was 93rd. Elizabeth was 97th. Passaic was 207th. Union City was 264th. And rallying out around very deep into the diversity category, Tom's River, 106th. The city's racial makeup reveals its diversity, and according to the latest census by the city's residents, identify as 28% Asian, 27% white, 25% Hispanic, and 20% Black. That's very diverse city right there. You guys,
I'm so proud.
are you a proud Jersey City native?
Yeah.
Hey,
We
thank
got
you.
we got Miss Marvel now too. It's just like
You say you got Miss Marvel?
The show.
Is that in Jersey City?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Wait, are they shooting in Jersey City?
What?
or is
It's
it-
I think I
supposed to
forgot whether
be.
it was set or whether she's from. What were you saying, Amina?
She's supposed like that's where she lives in the show. Like she lives in Jersey City.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Jersey got
Is
some
that Brie
relevance.
Larson's character? Or is
No, it's the
she's Captain Marvel? Yeah, my bad. Hey, still early in the morning. I'm the
diversity.
I was so shocked. I was like, Brie Larson?
I'm so happy. The most relevant New Jersey has been for the last couple of years is that kid from Stranger Things.
There's a kid from Stranger.
Yes, he lives a town over from me, and he's always in my mall. He's annoying, but anyway.
Which
Who's the
one?
character?
Gayton.
Who's he?
Oh,
Dustin.
Dustin.
Is it the curly haired one?
Yes.
Got it.
The one with
Okay.
the lisp.
All right. I mean, I was just gonna go curly hair. I'm gonna point out his flaws. All right.
Nah.
He's got curly hair,
Nah,
JT.
he's a cool kid. He's a cool
Um,
kid.
hey, we hate him. We hate him, guys. Yeah, he's annoying. Terrible. I'm sure you're great. What is his name? Gayton?
Peyton Maserati?
Nah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Did I say that wrong?
Who
I think it's
knows?
Maserati.
Oh,
She was thinking Maseratis. She's got cars on the brain this morning.
Anyways, back to the story. Shout out to Jersey City for being that diverse, and I think it really is like as diverse as it can get, pretty evenly split among, I guess, the big four, right, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool, and hopefully that continues to be a trend in other cities going on in New Jersey, because New Jersey, for the most part, is a pretty diverse state, and unless you're in Lana's neck of the woods, Sussex County. Yeehaw. We got horses, we got quick checks, and we got good old wobbles.
We also have Mountain Creek.
We got Mountain Creek too.
No. I'm
Have
from
you ever
South
been to
Jersey.
Wild West City too? I love that place.
But isn't it good?
I'm from South Jersey, where you turn the wrong corner and you feel like you're in North Carolina somewhere.
Whew. That yeah. We got burgers to talk about. Hey, JT, let's talk some burgers a little bit.
Yeah, I love food. BurgerFi is the newest restaurant that will open in Cherry Hill on Friday, September 23rd. It will be located at 1584 Kings Highway in the Ellisburg Shopping Center. That's not a call to action. That's just a location. Deal with it. The new burger spot will join the all-star cast of stores and restaurants, including the Whole Food Markets, Bath and Body Works, Bye Bye Baby, Dunkin', Honey Grow, and Qdoba in the shopping complex. BurgerFi offers burgers, chicken sandwiches, tenders, hot dogs, fries, onion rings, frozen custard, and milkshakes. The chain debuted in the Garden State a few years back as a caucus, but has since been permanently closed. BurgerFi plans to open 5 new locations by January of 2023. One of the planned openings is set for the Newark Liberty International Airport. The company currently operates 116 BurgerFi locations nationwide, none of which Lana will be going to because they serve chicken sandwiches.
Actually, I have been to a BurgerFi. I've been to the one in Sea Caucus, and I got a
my God.
hamburger, and it was delicious.
Tell him, Lana. Tell him. Tell him.
You know what? I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'll be proud of you.
Can I ask
for
you a
chicken
question though,
sandwich.
Lana?
Yeah.
What do you put on that burger? Is it like a pick your own type of thing, or is it like McDonald's or Wendy's, where it's like that's the burger you get?
I think they have a bit of both.
You do know you can modify a McDonald's burger, right?
I know, but it's not really the same. Like you can't just throw like jalapenos on there.
I guess.
You
But
know
yeah,
what I'm
you
saying?
can modify it as you want.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
It was they were very good. I got a milkshake as well. That was also really good.
Milk. Okay, here's the thing about, I think like Shake Shack, they kind of build the thing off like milkshake and hamburger. That's too much going on in my stomach, though. You feel me? Like a whole
Like,
hamburger, fries, and a milkshake. I can't handle that. That's too much, man.
That's literally the American dream.
No, I feel like if you're gonna do that, you could save like the milkshake for like 4 hours later and then have it on its own.
So just milk.
No,
Ew. Let's
I
not
didn't-
say just milk.
I didn't want it. I didn't.
People in the 50s.
Now you're making it sound gross. You sound it's real gross.
Even take it there, Isaiah.
No, I
Come
didn't
on.
take it there. I'm just saying just drinking milk is gross.
Hey,
Lana, Lana, you keep saying things that are words, right? But I just don't agree with these words.
And I probably have more things that you guys are not gonna like.
No,
Oh.
Lonnie graduated on.
Thank goodness this is my last semester, everyone. I don't know if I can handle it.
Yeah, traitor.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a traitor for graduating.
Yes.
My bad. I'll
You
hold
should have got
myself
held back.
You're right.
You can
You're
fail
right.
your classes. We've all done it.
I'm gonna pursue my master's.
I'm not going to
degree.
put that on it.
But hey, very quickly before we go on to Lana's hit segment, what are you guys' favorite burgers to get? What restaurant type of thing?
Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers.
Just say the best one. That's all I ask.
I'll say Five Guys, but that is the wrong answer, JT.
Why is that the wrong answer?
Overpriced.
Mm.
You're right about that.
You just
No,
picked your
it's
favorite
very-
one and you're saying all the flaws with it. What is enjoyable about Five Guys? to you
See,
then?
at least he can admit it.
Well, it is overpriced, but it's good.
Mhm.
But at times when it's late at night, you want to like stop somewhere. McDonald's. I mean, the two cheeseburger meal is solid.
Mm.
I mean, it's a solid price, and it's a classic American fast food.
Okay, so you're saying for taste, Five Guys, if you want to save money in your wallet, McDonald's.
Yes.
Got it. JT, go.
Literally word for word.
Word for word.
Yeah.
Lana, you feel the same way?
I vibe with Shake Shack personally.
I feel you on that one. You know what? Lana said something positive today. everyone. Hey. Amina, in the shadow realm. What are you? You're gonna say I don't even like hamburgers like that, huh?
I'm not actually. I love
Okay.
burgers.
Let's go.
So I actually have two. So
Ooh.
Shake Shack, and then there's this other burger place which they close by me, but I do believe they have another location, but it's called Muya's.
I know exactly what you're talking
That sounds
It's
interesting.
so good. That's the best burger I think I've ever had.
So is that like a sit down place?
Yeah, you could sit down in there.
Okay. I'm gonna have to
Is
search
there
that
a
up.
burger place that's not a sit down place?
Well, I mean, like technically they're all sit downs, but for the most part, people don't really be sitting down at McDonald's or
I do.
Wendy's.
Listen, when
I mean, I do when it's like summertime and I don't want to eat my lunch in my car. But for the most part, I'd be like, I'm just gonna go home.
when I get off of work and my boys pick me up and like they pick me up from Olive Garden and they're like, "Did you eat?" I'm like, "No, I didn't have that pasta." They're like, "Let's hit up Shake Shack."
You didn't
We go
eat
right-
at Olive Garden?
Listen, when you work there for long enough, you get tired of eating the same pasta.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
You just
I've
when you
never
work
been to
at-
Olive Garden.
when you
actually.
work in any food service, because before this, my only food job was McDonald's.
Mhm.
When you work in any food service, yeah, at first when you first start, you tend to eat the food there. Then you just get so sick of it.
No,
and
I
you
feel
just,
you,
like,
man.
Don't
I used
want
to
food from there.
I used to work at Quick Check, and then I was like, I don't ever want to have a sub again in my life. And I've probably had like one sub since I've left that job like 3 years ago. Like just the idea of Jersey Mike's is cool. I rock with the Jersey Mike's. So was I lying? Did I just lie? I kind of lied. My bad. Yeah, but I'll never eat at a Quick Check
Perjury
again.
on the air.
Yeah, hey, I'm a liar. Now, Lana, it's a great time to be alive because your segment is back. And for those who don't know, Kicking It Back with Lana is an exclusive segment on the Morning Buzz where Lana shares what's coming out in the movies, what's coming out on Netflix or other streaming platforms because Netflix could be dead, guys. And what type of games we can play during the week. Now, Lana, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Isaiah. So Disney is continuing with their trend of taking all their animated movies and making them live action. With this one, new one, Pinocchio, which comes out today and it's rated PG on Disney Plus. A living puppet with the help of a cricket as his conscience must prove himself worthy to become a real boy in a musical remake of the Disney animated classic.
I'm a real boy.
Why? Why are we doing Pinocchio again?
Money.
No.
You guys like Pinocchio like that? I can't ever say like I've actually sat down and said I could watch Pinocchio today.
I actually watched it last semester for a class.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you actively sought out Pinocchio, Lana.
No, it was for a class. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's freaky.
Yeah, it's just like little dolls like that are kind of weird, man.
Yeah, and well, spoiler alert for a movie that came out in the 40s. Watching kids like be turned into donkeys, kind of terrifying.
Also,
Spoilers.
there's a specific reason. Well, there's many reasons why they're remaking these. A lot of it is cash. A lot of it is like, the classics that we grew up with are kind of fizzing out. But there's a thing. So when something's been out for so long and nobody claims it, it ends up being tossed up to public domain.
Yeah.
Well, Winnie the Pooh is being
Yeah. What about that?
is being made into a horror
Yeah,
movie,
Winnie
right?
the Pooh,
Well, that's why Disney are like revamping their goated classics, because they need to, keep them from making a Pinocchio horror movie, which I would love to see. I love horror. I am very excited for this. Winnie, yes,
I watched that trailer for that
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh horror. I got nauseous when I watched
It
it.
is
I was like,
hilarious.
"What
That
is
was
this?"
actually made.
No, the trailer looks fan made. I'll admit.
It definitely looks fan made. I don't know how they were the first people to get their hands.
They
on that.
they were desperate. That's what it was.
They were.
It was literally my high school theater director when Mamma Mia rights finally came out. He said, "We're gonna be the first school to do it." When everybody was doing Mamma Mia and their moms. Yeah, that's exactly what they did with Winnie the Pooh. They said Winnie the Pooh is public. Let's do it before anybody else, and let's rush it.
Why they gotta ruin Winnie the Pooh like that?
But if Disney didn't do all they're doing with Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, and all that, the same thing would have happened. We would have seen the Lion King, but Cats the musical.
Oh,
We would have
God.
seen.
Oh my god, that happened.
Yeah.
I forgot Jason Derulo was a cat.
I
Jason.
hated that movie.
You watched it, Amina?
My sister loves that movie.
Oh my
What's your sister?
god,
She's like 7.
No, they don't
Poor
know
soul,
better at that
man.
age.
that's tough.
I despise that movie. I don't even like cats. So
Oh, well, why the cat slander?
Okay, listen,
No,
kitties
no,
are.
Amina, you're getting muted.
no.
Get out of here.
My kitty is sad now. She might be coming to campus though.
Oh,
Cat on campus?
I'm gonna steal
Possibly.
Lana's kitty. Can it be an office kitty? I've
I-
seen TikToks about that. People have.
We ain't gotta do all that.
I
because
was-
someone's
Yeah.
gotta clean the litter and
It.
nah.
I'll use it too. I don't care.
As an office kitty, that would violate my agreement with the Disability Resource Center, and I don't
Man,
want
who
that.
cares about?
Shout out to you, Disability Resource Center. Thanks for giving me more paperwork to do.
Yeah. What else we got, Lana?
We got End of the Road, which comes out tomorrow on Netflix and it is rated R. In this high octane action thriller, a cross country road trip becomes a highway to hell for Brenda and her family. Whoops.
Ah, come on, Lana.
That's the first time I've ever been dumped.
Nah, you said it again.
You
Alone,
can say it. It's referring to the show.
Yeah, you're right.
Of course
alone
I
in the
know
New
FCC.
Mexico desert, they have to fight for their lives when they become the targets of a mysterious killer.
Mm.
I love it. I gotta
Spooky.
see this.
That seems like a high octane action thriller.
Queen Latifah is also in this.
Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah is this generation's Snoop Dogg. She's in everything. She's just like collecting side missions at this point. She was on Montclair State last year. She was,
She was?
yeah, they were shooting her new Equalizer show and a lot of the wreck.
Oh, yeah. I
She's
thought you meant
from
like
New
she actually like
Jersey.
spoke to people here or something.
No,
Nah.
she wouldn't talk to us. She's too cool for all that. She's
I mean,
the
she's
queen.
royalty. She's a queen.
Literally, all
Yeah.
hail Queen Latifah. Bow down on her feet.
Mhm.
Let's
A
move
lot
on
of
before
photos we
Isaiah
got.
makes a joke about that.
So finally in the movie category we have Barbarian, which comes out also tomorrow and is rated R and comes out in theaters. A young woman traveling to Detroit for a job interview books a rental home, but when she arrives late at night, she discovers that the house is double booked and a strange man is already staying there. Against her better judgment, she decides to spend the evening, but soon discovers that there's a lot more to fear than just an unexpected house.
What? Hold on. Okay. I know it's a movie,
Yeah,
but
you're
you
about to-
pull up and someone's living in the home that you rented and you're still gonna sleep there?
I mean, you paid for money. You paid money.
No. I'm calling the person I'm renting from up saying, sir, who is this? And then if they're like, oh, I forgot to tell you, I'll be like, okay, I want my money back because I did not agree to have some random human in this house. I'm not sleeping with a stranger like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who's starring in this movie? I'm very curious.
I
It
I have
wasn't
ideas.
Anybody I really recognized.
Let me look
probably
it
like
up.
a mayonnaise person.
Oh,
This is like the kind of movie
wait,
that,
I
like,
misheard you. I thought you said I'm not a mayonnaise person, and I was very
That's what I heard too.
It's the same guy who played Pennywise the Clown. Of
Oh.
course.
Oh, that's creepy.
Bill Skarsgård.
Would you like a balloon?
No, like this is the type of movie that I would think would be like straight to like a streaming. I don't. Straight to streaming service and not in the theaters.
Why did it take so long for me to register what JT did? It like hit me 3 seconds later. That's disturbing. What is surprising is that Georgina Campbell is probably the lead actress of this movie, and she's breaking barriers. I'll leave it at that. Because that's not something that would typically happen.
Ethnic women know better.
That is true. Listen, that seems like a pretty interesting slate of movies and all that stuff. I don't know if I'd watch Barbarian in theaters, but that would definitely be like a Hulu watch from me. Something that just seems so ridiculous.
Chipmunks in this too.
But yeah, hey Lana, sometimes I don't really feel like watching something. I feel like playing a game. What we got?
Well, in continuing the Splatoon series, we have Splatoon 3, which comes out on Friday for
You
Switch.
seem very enthusiastic about Splatoon 3.
I enjoyed Splatoon 2.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a sarcastic enthusiasm.
I don't know.
You a big squid Splatoon person?
I'm not a huge fan of it, but I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Enter a sun-scorched desert inhabited by battle-hardened inklings and octolings. Ink, dive, swim, and splat your way to the top.
I would just like to apologize really quickly. I refer to the Splatoon characters as squids. They're octolings. And I apologize to the Splatoon community.
You're
They forgive
disgusting,
you.
bro.
Thanks, Lana.
You're welcome.
One final game though, right?
Yeah, we got NBA 2K23.
Hoops.
Comes out also on Friday for the PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Rise to the occasion and realize your full potential in NBA 2K23. Prove yourself against the best players in the world and showcase your talent in My Career or the W. Pair today's All-Stars with timeless legends in My Team. Build a dynasty of your own as a general manager, or lead the league in a new direction as the commissioner in My NBA. Take on NBA or WNBA teams and play now and experience true-to-life gameplay. How will you answer the call?
How will you answer? Lana, you're a huge NBA 2K fanatic. What are your thoughts heading into the season of 2K?
Basketball.
Basketball. Campbell, you're a sports guy. Is this like an exciting time to be a sports gamer these days, or
You know, I would watch YouTube content creators who played 2K, you know, back in the day and still now, and they weren't really fans of the trailer and how the developers were, but you know, in my varied opinion, it's been 10 years since 2K13, which I still think is the best game in the 2K franchise and still has the best soundtrack as well. But you know, now like with next gen consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S, you know, it should be a good game. They are actually I believe the My Career series is, you know, going like a part 2 to the series from last year. They're continuing that, but you know, it always like you always anticipated, you know, what these developers were going to do with, you know, now they have this thing called the city, and it used to be My Park. I mean, when you play 2K, I mean, after middle school and into high school, you would go on the Xbox 360 or the PS3, PS4, and Xbox One, and wind up hook it up and just play video games. And you know, I think it should be a good game.
Oh, okay. Hey, shout out to all the sports gamers out there. I used to be one of you, but you know, now I don't really play video games too much. Maybe one day I'll get back to it. Anyways, guys, we are gonna play a quick song and we'll come back for hour 2. We got some more things to talk about here on the Morning Buzz. But for now, we're gonna listen to Just a Dream by Nelly.
I saw him.
Facebook. My bad, didn't unmute you. But we are back, better than ever. We got a different cast of characters here,
Yeah, we hate
and
seagulls.
yeah, we hate seagulls. Any of y'all like seagulls? Really quickly,
If one of you say yes.
Amina, you like seagulls?
Like the animal or the team?
Nah,
Animals.
there's a seagull team.
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
Oh, I mean that's fair. They do have
Seagulls
some
are
weird
very
names for
evil.
teams. Not the
Seagulls-
animals.
They're so evil, and we're not allowed to harm them
Why would you want to harm them? You know,
because
I
they're
just think
stealing
they're
too much
annoying.
food from me. See, if you try to steal my food from me, you get backhanded. I backhand a seagull, I go to jail.
I don't think you would. I think you'd probably just have someone record you, expose you on like TikTok or something, and
No, there are fines for
they're
endangering the animals.
Seagull
Yes, people have gotten arrested for fighting back against seagulls. It is outrageous.
Maybe you just stop fighting seagulls. It's a very interesting conversation to start a show. Hey guys, welcome back to the Morning Buzz. You're definitely missing out these conversations. Hour 2 has started 3 minutes ago, so we should probably get into the nitty and gritty, as they say. Is that what they say? Who knows? I don't know. Amina, we have a lot of things going on in the world, and you fill us in hour 1, and I'd appreciate you filling us in hour 2.
All right. So in national news, 4 people are dead and 3 are wounded after a senseless murder rampage took place across Memphis that forced residents inside. Police were notified that the suspect was on Facebook threatening to harm people. The suspected shooter was identified by police as 19-year-old Ezekiel Dejon Kelly. The identities of the victims have not yet been released. It was not immediately clear if the suspect knew any of the victims. Kelly was apprehended around 9:20 p.m. last night and taken into custody. Court records also showed a first-degree murder warrant had been issued for Kelly. Additional details about the case connected to the warrant were not immediately available. In state news, the body of a missing 78-year-old man was recovered Wednesday from the Passaic River. Patterson firefighters found the Woodland Park man's body shortly after 11 a.m. after a search involving local police, fire departments, and the Passaic County Sheriff's Office. The man was last seen on surveillance video shortly before leaving his home by car around midnight on Tuesday. He was reported missing around 9 a.m. and police found his car at 2 p.m. the same day near Totowa Road and Hillary Street in Totowa. The search resumed early Wednesday when the man's body was spotted by a fireboat crew in the river. As of now, the medical examiner's office is working to determine how the man died. And in local news, New Jersey will create a statewide Black History Trail under the new law. The bipartisan law, also known as A2677, requires the New Jersey Historical Commission to establish a Black Heritage Trail linking together landmarks, heritage sites, museums, and attractions, highlighting moments of political, military, artistic, cultural, and social importance in the state's Black history. State officials are still working to establish an exact list of which locations will get markers on the trail. Officials named these possible sites during Wednesday's event: the Harriet Tubman Museum in Cape May, Hinchcliffe Stadium in Patterson, and Lawnside in Camden County. And for your weather today, it is sunny with a low of 62 and a high of 79.
Thank you so much, Amina.
My pleasure.
I will say it is a sad time because the weather's getting a little chilly out there, guys. Not a fan.
I
Not a fan
left
at all.
my apartment today and I stepped outside and I was angry. It was cold. The
Mhm.
melanin in me cannot take that, and I am not ready for this semester.
Nah, I'm not a fan of it, man. I'm not built for this kind of weather. A little too cold for my liking. So
Lana and Campbell are probably just chilling.
No, I hate the cold.
you know, okay, very quickly. You know what I always found disturbing? I'm sure every one of you had this in your school. And I think it's very I don't know how it's physically possible for these people to pull it off. But during the wintertime, I think Tanner does this actually.
Of course, he
People would
does.
wear shorts and like a t-shirt. Campbell, are you one of those people?
I did that.
No,
I did
Campbell.
that in grade school.
How did
And I
you?
did that in
Okay,
high school too.
I have a real question. You have to answer honestly. Were you cold?
A little bit.
See, then the thing though is like these kids like pull up to school, like, why are you wearing shorts? Like, I don't even get cold like that.
No. Every semester, me and my
would
boys.
say it didn't get cold, but like
You know you're cold. It was 15 degrees out and you're wearing
Bro,
shorts.
every semester, at the end of the semester, me and my boys, we go to New York just to be idiots around New York. Because
Fair.
like, what do you expect? And we did that last year. It was December, right? And it's just like, me and my boys, and my boys, they all look like Campbell in some way or another. So it is 45 degrees. We're walking around New York. I am all bundled up. I'm still cold, but we're walking, so I'm not as cold as I can be. They're all trucking around in shorts, and maybe one guy got a hoodie on. So at one point we decided to stop for pizza. So I'm like, yes, I get to sit inside, I get to warm up and everything. It's so cold out there. And then Anthony, my boy, and when they get up, the guy goes, "Here, for here to go." He goes, "To go." I'm like, where are we going? They're all like, "We're gonna eat outside. It's nice outside." And I'm like, huh?
Nah, bro. They're trying to flex. I don't know what this flex is. Campbell, we need to do like an analysis here. Why shorts when it is 15 degrees? What made you look in your closet? Because I'm sure you probably have some sweatpants, probably have some jeans,
Probably not.
a coat. Why only shorts?
I honestly don't know. I mean, my brain, cannot anticipate the weather at times, and my thought process is, I have shorts and I have pants, so I don't anticipate the weather getting cooler until later on. But sometimes I just don't check the weather because I'm lazy. So
And okay, one last question before we go on to our first segment, or actually into sports. As soon as say you put shorts on, right, and you walk out the door, and when you leave and it's cold out, it just hits you, right? Did you ever walk out of your door and say, "This was a
No.
bad decision"?
no.
You're a liar. You're an absolute liar.
No.
Talk about sports, Campbell. So go tell the truth about something and tell us some sports news, all right?
Yeah, and I'll try to simplify it this time. Those two teams in New York are very good. Aaron Judge's 55th homer yesterday, I should say, not last night. He's close to chasing Roger Maris's record, of course, of 61 homers. He's on pace for 63. And the other guy that's a stud in New York is Jacob deGrom. He had 8 strikeouts last night, and the Mets win in their doubleheader. Both teams actually played doubleheaders, and the Mets are off, and the Yankees play today against the Twins. And in Montclair State sports, sound the trumpets, and it's a nod to Mets closer Edwin Diaz's entrance song as he closes the games. But women's soccer's 4-0, guys. After their 1-0 win against Vassar last night, with the lone goal coming from Kimberly Campbell. And they're on a hot streak so far to start the year. Field hockey cannot find the groove last night as they fell to the Sales 3-0. And the men's soccer team is feeling the California love as they are in the Golden State and will play the University of Laverne at 10 p.m. our time. And that's all for the 8 a.m. sportscast. And you bet your bottom dollar I'll be staying up at 10 a.m. to watch men's soccer tonight.
Nice. So that's pretty exciting. You say 10 a.m.
PM, excuse
PM,
me. Oh
okay.
my goodness.
So it's a prime time kind of game. Wait, so 10 p.m. our time?
our time.
Okay. All right. That's up. Yeah. So it's prime time on West Coast. That's pretty cool. Is that going to be on the Red Hawk Sports Network?
No, because they're away.
Whack. Whack. Come on.
Very,
Come on.
very-
Come on, RHSN. Step up for us. I'm kidding,
They
guys.
probably saying the
A
same
little
thing,
stressful there. A little stressful. Hey, we actually have some breaking news though. It's kind of sad news though, because I thought I never really thought this day would actually happen. We still don't know if it's happened, but Buckingham Palace said Thursday that Queen Elizabeth II is under medical supervision because doctors are concerned for Her Majesty's health, as members of her family traveled to be with the 96-year-old monarch in Scotland. The announcement comes a day after the Queen canceled a meeting of her Privy Council and was told to rest. On Tuesday, she presided over the ceremonial handover of power to new Prime Minister Liz Truss at her summer residence in Scotland at Balmoral Castle. The palace says the Queen is, quote, comfortable and remains at Balmoral. Her son, Prince Charles, with her grandson, Prince William, are traveling to be with her, officials have said. Guys, I mean, that's a 96-year-old woman who's lived a very long life. Sadly, that's the way the human nature works. And at some point, we're gonna have to break the news. And every time you always see it trending on Twitter, and you always assume like, oh no. And this time it actually seems like pretty sad news. Hopefully she is able to recover from whatever ailments are with her right now, but that's a tough
Yeah.
one, guys. Yes,
Mhm.
sir. My thing is like I just assumed she'd be alive forever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
she's not
At this
obviously
point.
passed away yet, but
her and Betty White. I just assumed they would just like
Yeah.
live for
Yeah.
the ages.
you know what's interesting though is that why does the internet always try to like kill them off before they're actually passed away, you know? Like they always have like fake reports of them being dead, but then they're like still alive, and then they have to be like, yeah, I'm still alive. Why is that a thing?
I'm not gonna answer that.
I guess
Why?
I feel like they're just trying to get attention, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. You're definitely right, man. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one, guys. Are you guys very you keep in touch with the royal family?
No, not at all. Actually,
Not at all.
I remember there was literally another school shooting, and I was, expecting that as a world, people would be discussing the serious, like, well, at least as a country, you know, and no, everybody couldn't shut up about somebody in that country getting married. And I remember going to school, and that was everybody's topic. And I was like, pause, 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 pause. Wasn't there just another like 10 kids that got almost killed in a school, and we're concerned about people in another country getting married?
But the prince has been married.
I was-
What do you want them to do?
I was just like,
There's levels to this,
one of these
JT.
things just doesn't belong here.
Yeah, I mean, they have a very huge following, and people have literally made careers off of just following
I'm
everything that goes
sorry,
on
the
within that
country
family.
that we slaughtered to get out from under, we care more about what goes on in their house than our own.
Yeah, I mean, you could get into a lot of deep conversations of things that we're concerned about that we probably shouldn't be. But we're gonna move on to our next segment because hey, let's talk. Is this person in the wrong or not? All right. Yeah, why not? Okay. So I am a 19-year-old woman. Just started my sophomore year of college over the summer,
Oh,
and I was diagnosed with ADHD after struggling for a long time. I now have a prescription for medication that helps me focus, and I get extra time on tests, and I can take them in a quiet room. It's honestly pretty great and has been helping me out a lot. However, I was warned by my doctor, a few people who work for my college, that I should be careful who I talk to about my ADHD diagnosis because of the street value of my medication. They were worried that someone would take advantage of me and try to steal my medication or convince me to give it to them. I debated telling my close-knit group of friends. I decided not to tell them about my diagnosis because most of them used Adderall to study last semester, and I was worried one of them would steal my medication. The only problem is that all of them are in my major, and we share a bunch of classes, so they would know that I wasn't in the room during a test. I decided to tell them that I lied about having ADHD to get more time on tests to give a reasonable excuse for not being there, but also protecting me from explaining my ADHD to them and risking them stealing my medication. Most of my friends thought it was cool when I first told them. What? One of them, my friend Sam, who's also 19 and is also a woman, didn't, as Sam pulled me away from the group and gave me a lecture about how this wasn't fair and I was using resources that other people needed. I told her that I didn't think it was a problem, and then Sam started yelling at me and that I was inconsiderate and only think about myself. After that, I asked to speak to Sam privately, and I told her about my real ADHD diagnosis. She said she didn't believe me and couldn't believe I would pull a stunt like that. Sam reported me to my school for, quote, faking an ADHD diagnosis. The college just double checked my information, so nothing changed, but I was really upset to have my character called into question like that. I told Sam that she needed to stop this, and it wasn't fair to me, especially since she knew I had a real ADHD diagnosis. Sam got mad and stormed off. Sam ended up putting a very biased account of what happened into our group chat. In order to defend myself, I had to tell them about my real ADHD diagnosis, which I didn't want to do in the first place. Now half of my friends aren't talking to me. I don't think I did anything that bad, but Sam's really mad at me. So, am I in the wrong?
Yeah, I got some things to say.
Lana,
about this.
the floor is yours.
Thank you. As also a sophomore in college who has a mental health disorder, don't lie that you don't have it because that's just going to dig yourself into a hole like that. It's better to either just not say anything, or if you have to say something, you could just say that, yeah, I am suffering with, in this person's case, ADHD, You don't have to tell them that you're medicated, though. They don't need to know that.
That is very true.
This
This is the most unnecessary lying possible.
this,
There was no reason to even create this whole lie, at least from my opinion.
this sounds like what Dear Evan Hansen was supposed to be in the beginning before one of the writers changed ADHD to teen suicide, but it's pretty much the same plot.
Yeah, I'm not sure
sorry.
what Dear Evan Hansen is.
I'm sorry.
It's musical.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Basically, it's the same concept. The kid starts off with what seems like a harmless lie, then it ends up becoming convincing everybody that he knew a kid that killed himself. I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah, it starts off, stupid, pointless, seemingly harmless little white lie, and she ended up keeping it going until it got out of hand and resulted in what we have in front of us, which is an "Am I in the wrong?" thread.
yeah.
As somebody that also has the ADHD, 80 of them, let me just say that it's not, out of all the diagnoses, it's really nothing to hide. There is a problem with people kind of, not understanding what ADHD is. There's people who romanticize it for some odd reason, those idiots on Twitter. There's people who just think it's nothing more than, oh, shiny thing, and ADHD can potentially be a problem. So I do understand her, wishes to keep it under wraps. Like, I don't have ADHD, I'm just a little weird, leave me alone. Like, I understand that.
Yeah.
But once she saw it getting to a certain point, I believe there was places to stop. But Sam here should have, I think that she took it a little too far. I do understand and appreciate her taking initiative. If somebody actually is doing something like that, yes, I appreciate and respect your drive to stop it. But when she actually told you, no, I'd actually do something from it, I understand where you're coming from. The whole going to the school to report it and then putting her on blast, that was a little too far. That screams defensive and I got caught in the wrong and now I'm upset about it. That's what that says to me.
I think going to school was a little extra. I will say, if I was in her situation and someone said, I don't have ADHD, I just faked it. And then when I call them out on it, they're like, oh, but actually I do have it. That doesn't seem believable.
It
You know what I mean? It just seems like they're lying. So I understand why she wouldn't believe that person, because it just sounds like you're lying to me. Like nothing would make me believe you. At that
But
point.
especially after the point where they checked it and it was approved, and then she was all like,
Yeah.
whatever, you still lied. I'm gonna go tell everybody you're a liar. That just screams.
I mean, but
defensive.
that lady is a liar.
Yeah. But still, like, if
Money
I'm at
back.
least caught, like, if I'm like, if you prove me wrong, at least say, okay, but you didn't have to lie about it. That I'd get. But the whole, like, then she said, now she's going and, like, putting her side out, like, probably judging by the "Am I in the wrong?" tells one side of the story. Her side probably tells the opposite in the story. It probably sounds a lot worse than what it actually is. Yeah.
Amina, what do you think?
I think they're both wrong. Again, she's wrong for just lying about it because it wasn't anything. You didn't have to lie about that. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't like life threatening or anything.
yeah. And then, but I do think it's also weird how, like, after he told his other friends that, like, that he does have it, and they were like, now we don't want to, like, talk to you, or that's weird. Because I feel like if I had a friend and, like, they were telling me that, they were just faking it for whatever, I'd be like, okay, that's weird. Like, you're weird for doing that. But then after telling me that they actually do have it, I'm not gonna, like, stop talking to them.
That's what I'm saying. It was probably something in what, like, Sam told them. That's what I'm saying.
I also think this is a very weird friend group as well, because
Yeah.
according to her account, she told them and they're like, oh, that's cool. Like, how is, like, I mean, come on, man.
I mean, like,
They're definitely acting
that's
like,
probably why she lied in the first place. Like, a lot of people were like, we all hear stories about people doing things that they shouldn't do to fit in with the crew, the group they're in. But then it's a whole nother monster when not only are you doing things you shouldn't do to fit in, but, like, you're not doing it, but you're trying to make them. Like, it's like hanging out with a group of people and, like, and I'm just like, to make myself cool, I'm like, I rob houses on the weekends.
yeah. That's how you act cool with your friends. You're like, I like to rob houses.
It's just that, like, it's one thing to lie to make yourself cool, but to put yourself in a negative light when you don't need to, that's a completely different monster.
It's crazy. Hey, just in general though, Reddit said she was in the wrong, and yeah, so I will say I agree with Amina. I think everyone's kind of in the wrong here, just because your whole group's kind of whack too. Anyways, guys, we are gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we got some more crazy stories. Hopefully, we'll play something.
You're listening to WMSC Upper Montclair, the voice of Montclair State.
We are back here on the Morning Buzz, and we have to address the elephant in the room. Apparently, whatever you want is a show that Kate does, and she has taken over our little B board over here because I've heard Kate talk for at least 7 minutes already. So shout out to Kate and whatever show that she's doing.
Hey,
Yep, she's hacked the system to get more promotion for her show.
you need to turn Amina on again. I just saw her.
I
try to say something.
did. Amina, we can hear you.
Can you?
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
see,
never
come
mind.
on. I know what I'm doing now.
I
The
thought-
coffee's
thought-
in.
My
The
bad.
coffee's alive. I'm alive.
My
The
bad.
energy's great. And
Yeah.
now
At 8:28, the coffee has hit.
it is finally hit, guys. But we have some interesting news to talk about.
Can I read the next?
JT, take it away.
one? Okay, disclaimer. I'm speaking about the food. I don't know why Isaiah decided to title the document.
I mean, you don't have to read the title.
We're talking about noodles.
I love news.
Listen, y'all. We are all college students, and I am sure at some point ramen noodles was the only option for dinner. But you are probably used to chicken, beef, soy, pork, and shrimp, etc. as being the flavor. Well, apparently, gentrification's next target is ramen. Nissin, the company that makes the cup noodles, oodles on noodles, have announced that they will be releasing a brand new flavor. This flavor just so happens to be, get ready, sorority girls, pumpkin spice. Nissan says it's a perfect blend of sweet, savory, and spiced. All you need to do is add some water, add your Uggs, and put it in the microwave. And really make it a treat. Company officials say to top off your noodles with some whipped cream. The seasonal flavor will be on the shelves and select Walmarts starting in October. Oh my God, girls, get
JT.
ready.
JT, I
Absolutely
feel
not.
called out.
Oh man.
Absolutely not. It was the last week of August, and I'm seeing people on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter already go to Dunkin' and Starbucks.
The flannels were on, the Ugg boots were on.
You know,
Taylor
also-
Swift was bumping in the cars because this is their time.
You're calling out Leslie Gallagher.
Hey,
You know what I love though? I love that they're embracing it. I saw a TikTok the other day and it was captioned what oh my God, what was it like? Oh, it was like, oh yeah, POV, your pumpkin spice latte. And it was from a sorority TikTok channel. And it was just all of them out front dancing to teach me how to Dougie.
No,
And they were in their scarves and
that's
their white
I'm not
beige
gonna lie.
cardigans and their knee-high beige tan Uggs and their leggings tucked into the Uggs.
Very quickly, JT.
Oh
If
God.
I saw that in real life, I would believe it was the end of the world. That is a pure nightmare. Good Lord.
Oh my God.
Secondly, I feel at some point we might have to try this for the show.
No.
I'm starting to feel because we do a lot of weird food things. I know Amina has tried the hot sauce from Hot Ones along with
How did you like it?
It wasn't that bad.
see here's the thing. Here's the thing. Amina, you got lucky because I ate it on a chicken nugget
Why?
because you can catch
Love
that episode
yourself.
on all the feels. But yeah, that destroyed my soul,
Love
hurt my throat,
yourself. Don't do
hurt my
that.
chest, and I had a very hard time talking. Ate a lot of ice cream as soon as I took a bite out of it because it was very spicy. But Amina and Anthony, they got a nice little break from that kind of spice. They took a little dab of that. So I think next time we're gonna do the real deal, Amina.
Okay.
We got to see if you
I
can
have some
truly
ramen in
handle
there
it.
for you guys to try. I have the very ramen that like YouTubers did those challenges
Ooh,
a
I
couple years
always
ago.
wanted to try that.
They
Oh,
would have like a whole I got a couple of packs of them in my apartment.
you got the spicy ones like that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I ate a pack the other night, but here's the thing: it has been so long since I used to eat them for snack in like high school,
Mhm.
and it's been so long since I've had them. That was my first bowl in forever, and I just started eating them. And I like here's the thing: there is taste amazing,
Yeah.
but the spices will hit like 10 seconds afterward. So I'm just eating a bowl, and out of nowhere, I gotta put the bowl down. I'm
You
like,
start getting that upper lip sweat. Your face starts to get a little hot. You're like, oh,
I'm just
but
like,
then you're committed because you already made. You got to finish
yeah,
it.
you gotta finish it,
Yeah.
and it still tastes good. I
Mhm.
don't want to waste the noodles.
That's the problem though. Like it tastes good, but sometimes like that hot sauce, that did not taste good
I
to
heard
me.
some of the hot one sauce was just like spice just for the sake of spice. Like it didn't even taste like
One of them was
anything.
actually good. I forget which flavor, but it actually was like a good hot sauce and it wasn't too spicy. But like the last dab,
Well, it's just like spice.
That's just spice and pain.
I'll make a disclaimer. In my now heading to the 4 years of college and possibly high school, I've never had cup noodles. Never.
Are y'all not poor?
Hold on, Cam.
I mean, there's a door I could just walk out and go and walk the shame to the hallway.
Well, I can check.
Campbell,
Campbell, I feel like I've learned a lot about you in the show so far. I had a feeling you'd be a shorts and winter kind of guy. I'm a little shocked that you've never had cup of noodles or instant ramen. Why? It's just not like something you find appetizing.
I don't know.
Are you not poor like the rest of us?
Ain't no shame in that, all right?
You uppity freak.
Campbell's got that money, huh? He's got 7 IMAX.
Now I can't even talk. I mean, definitely. I mean, I would see it, but like, I mean, I just never like.
That's interesting. Never
had
once
an
in your
interest-
life.
Never had an interest of like grabbing it and just like trying it. Maybe if I wanted to, but I do remember it was my graduation party. My cousin's like my graduation card in high school. They wrote, "Here's a lot of money to spend on ramen noodles."
Oh
Is-
man.
and
You're a very polarizing figure, Campbell, because I feel like every college student at least once has had ramen noodles.
Campbell, I'm
Hold
gonna
on, we have a special guest visitor, engineering man.
What is it that he's never had?
ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles.
Never had ramen? Never.
Campbell, don't feel bad.
Hi, Mike.
I'm probably gonna have to join you because I've had it, but I don't like it.
See, you've had it.
Yeah, you at least had it, you know, like
My God.
I get it.
Have you not had the chicken ramen?
Y'all are disrespecting the ghetto in me.
You put it in there, delish.
The ghetto
Hey, you disrespected Chef Boyardee a little bit earlier, all right? Come on, that's a 99-cent meal.
I'm not gonna lie, I pulled a Kenny Horn there for a little bit. I was just exaggerating for controversy. The one Chef Boyardee that kind of smacks is the beefaroni. All the
Nah,
other
the beefaroni's gross.
can I?
Beefaroni's disgusting.
I mean, can I make?
Excuse me.
Beefaroni's nasty.
I can make another disclaimer. I've never had Chef Boyardee.
All right, Campbell,
Ow.
you gotta leave. Get out of here, man. You're done.
Intrigued by the commercial.
Right? I mean,
I
it
guess
was
it
rolling
was
down the
rolling.
street of me, huh? Yeah. That's an iconic commercial.
Yeah, the commercial's iconic. Have you seen the commercial?
Yes, I mean it's such a childhood.
Exactly.
So you never thought, hey, like mom, dad, like, can you hook me up with Chef Boyardee?
No,
He's a chef.
He's a chef. Like literally, like it says it on the can, so it's got to be good.
Exactly.
Does it say it on
Commercials
ramen?
don't ever
No.
lie.
No,
McDonald's
Chef Boyardee
100%
greater than
for me.
ramen.
Don't lie.
I'm getting verbally attacked right now for.
This is strike 3, Campbell. This is 3 strikes. We are literally one show in. You might be comparing to Lana right now, and that's hard to do.
Marty is listening right now, so happy.
All right. Mike, we appreciate you. Let's talk about this very quickly before we move on to our next story, though. Pumpkin spice, the idea of it being on noodles and topping it with whipped cream. Does that
Blasphemous.
sound appealing to anyone in the studio?
No, but I bet you if Laura is here right now, she'd be doing that little tippy tappy thing she does when she's excited.
I do want to try it.
That's the weird thing, Amina. It's like, I know it's going to be bad. I know I'm not going to like it, but for some reason, I have the urge where I need to try it. So if I find it at my home away from home, known as Walmart, I will bring it in and we might have to try it.
Here's
guys.
what we do. We do it here, and then we do a whole package. We do it on this buzz, and then we make a super buzz, and we put Laura, Leslie, Lauren, and Gabby on it. And
Wow.
we make them try it. And I'm just gonna see the contrast. They're gonna be all like smacking it up, like, oh my god, this is so good.
You know who I
guys."
have faith in, though, that I think would probably be like the one to say it's not good? Is Gabby. I feel for some reason she wouldn't like it.
Yeah, Gabby's a little bit on the spicy white end. She might actually make a stand against it.
Anyways, guys, I think we've said our piece on that. I'm gonna move on to this story because this is, So today's L of the day is awarded to a Florida man. That's right, one of my favorite people to talk about, Randy Lynn Osterman, the man that has probably been watching way too much House of Dragon, which I gotta say, that show's a wagon, guys. I'm enjoying this renaissance of Game of Thrones, because listen, I didn't really watch the original show. I know a couple details. I get it. Winter's coming. But I've been watching this show, and I gotta say, that thing, I'm enjoying that ride. Great program. Anyways, police approached a Nissan Altima on Bayshore Road in Indeed, Florida, after it was sitting on the side of the road and partially blocking the bicycle lane, which was all routine protocols going on so far. Deputies, Randy reclined in the driver's seat inside the vehicle, and they began to question Randy. They hit him with a hard-hitting question like, "What is your name?" And Randy, in typical Florida man fashion, gave a false name, which officers quickly figured out that's not your name. And he was asked to step out the vehicle. And this is where things took a dramatic turn. As deputies attempted to escort the man from the vehicle, Randy did the unthinkable. He did his best Jon Snow impersonation and reached towards the center console and pulled out a 3-foot steel sword. The deputies immediately backed away as he would pull out a metal dragon-shaped handle as it is attached to the blade. The deputies then attempted to use the taser to subdue the individual, but it didn't work. So instead, the warrior began sticking out the sword out of his window towards the deputies. As the man attempted to roll up the window, deputies would use their batons to break the glass. Finally, as the man tried to flee through the passenger side door, deputies again deployed their tasers, eventually incapacitating and disarming the man. Following his placement in the handcuffs, deputies searched the vehicle where a lot of drugs were found. The man was later provided with his real name, which was Randy Lynn Osterman, who is indeed the recipient of today's L today, as he faces multiple charges, including providing a false name to law enforcement, resisting an officer, possession of a lot of controlled substances without a prescription, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Guys, huh? How does someone just have a sword like that in their car? That's what, like,
Tanner has entered the chat.
that is an interesting human. I just think the concept, though, of having a full-on 3-foot steel sword in the console of a Nissan Altima is one of the most ridiculous concepts I could possibly think of.
You know, some people carry firearms. Some people carry pepper spray and little cute pouches on their keychains. This man carries a sword.
It's just like, and he used it. He actually like found a use for it. That's also a concerning part here. I'm kind of at a loss of words on how to describe my feelings towards the situation.
It's just him sticking it out of the window.
Yeah.
To mute myself because I could just
Like he's just poking it out of the window, and they're like, "Is that a sword?" That's a whole lot there, man. This honestly defines Florida very easily.
The men in Florida are more dangerous than the freaking alligators that might end up in your bathtub.
100%. Not even just the men, though. I think you're not giving women enough credit because they are just as crazy as Florida men.
You know what? Yes, you're.
I mean, we're about equality here. Florida people are incredibly insane.
Oh God.
And I'm talking about native Florida people, because I'm sure there's a lot of nice people that move to Florida, and they live
right back out.
You're probably right. I mean, hey, it's an interesting time to be alive in Florida.
What's that one band that said, "I'll never go back to Georgia, and only if I have to Mayday parade"? Tell you what, move to Florida, you go right back to Georgia, buddy.
Ugh. That was a whole lot of words, and like I heard you saying things, I kind of checked out.
You know what, Isaiah?
My bad. Anyway,
you know, never mind.
Are you gonna bring out a 3-foot sword on me?
Yes. I've got a sword hidden underneath the console.
All right. Let's move on. JT, you want to take another story?
Sure. Should I go with pay the bill?
Bills, why not?
Pay the bill. Ugh, I hate paying bills. A Tennessee bartender, another crazy state, has gone viral on TikTok for explaining why she kept a customer's wallet after his cards were declined. Oh God. In this video, Jemima June, who usually makes TikToks about her interactions with customers, shows how she attempted to charge a man $27 for some adult juice. Nice. Surprisingly, the man's card was declined. After handing the man back his card, he attempted to pay with another card that also declined. According to June, the establishment she works at in Nashville has a liquor count where every drop has to be accounted for, and if a customer doesn't pay for it, then she has to pay out her own pockets. The man allegedly told her that his friend would pay for the devil's water. Oh God. But June, realizing that the man was under the influence and would most likely not come back, asked for his wallet as collateral. Go get me $27 and I'll give you your wallet back. You're wasting my time. All of these people are waiting for drinks. Nearly an hour later, the man came back with his friend to pay the bill. The video, which has received 12.2 million times on TikToks, resonated with hundreds in the service industry. Listen, I work service and I don't know how I feel about this.
What do you mean? Describe. What? Let's hear the thoughts from you, JT. What are you thinking about this story?
Think about it. The man had multiple cards that don't have any money on it. Needless to say, my boy's broke.
Mm-hmm.
So, what point is keeping his wallet? It's like robbing somebody with no money.
Well, clearly it worked out because
it worked out, but like if he came back, he was probably going to come in the first place. This man had no money. If he wasn't coming back, he would have got a new wallet.
I'm interested that you took this stance because I think Miss Jemima is the real MVP.
This is exactly why Aunt Jemima got banned in the first place.
Because if you're broke and you're going out in public spending money that you don't have, that's on you. You shouldn't be stealing from whether it's a home-owned kind of bars or not. Like you shouldn't just be stealing products from people. Like
no, you shouldn't be.
So I didn't say she's got to hold the wallet as collateral because that's not coming out of my money.
Listen,
I work here. I'm not paying for your idiocy. All right, you're coming back. You're going to get that $27 somehow because I am not paying out of my own wallet because I served you.
I didn't say he was right. I just said, what was the point of holding the wallet?
I'm just saying it worked out, man. It worked out because she got the $27. This man is probably harassing a bunch of his friends. Like, hey, bro, you got 27 from me, bro? You got 27? Hey, you got 27? And then they probably came, gave the 27, and they left. And then he got his wallet back. I'm just saying, that's a power move, man. I respect you, Jemima, unlike you, JT, who seem to support these broke people.
I don't
spending money that they don't have.
I don't support thievery. I watch out for my broke buddies because as a broke buddy, we gotta watch out for each other.
You're not gonna. No, okay. Picture this then. All right.
I'll picture it.
What if someone was like on a date, right? And then like their card declines like those times too. Like someone's still got to pay, right?
Yeah.
So someone's got to pay.
Exactly. Someone's got to pay.
Yeah.
Listen, you are misconstruing
the worker's not going to pay for it, man.
You are misconstruing my words. I didn't say he was right at all. He shouldn't have been to that bar in the very first place. My statement was and still is, what was holding the wallet gonna do? If he wasn't gonna come back at all, fine, keep the wallet. We before the show started.
He came back.
Before the show started, me and you were making a joke about getting robbed with no money, and I'm just here, take the wallet. I got $2.
Yeah, but he's got to come back for his ID because he's probably got a driver's license. He's probably got stuff in there that he's got to get back.
Oh, well, true.
You see what I'm saying? Like it makes sense why. I'm just surprised that he agreed to it. But
he probably luckily this is Tennessee, so she happened to get a nice one because I was expecting the story to turn left.
Yeah,
like, he started a riot, and in the midst of the chaos, he stole his wallet back. It was never to be found again, something like that. But surprisingly, he did the right thing. He was like, "Yeah, I'll come back."
Yeah.
Now, if he couldn't get the 27 out of his friends, he might have resorted to that.
So we heard what me and you think.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, I think we're similar on the same page now.
Yeah,
you understand that?
Should be.
Amina, what are you thinking about this whole situation?
Oh, she's smiling. I'm really close.
So, I personally, if I was the lady, and if my job told me that I had to pay for it, I just wouldn't.
Period.
That's fair. Yeah.
But I also feel like she's kind of bold because I wouldn't expect me keeping his wallet to be anything. Because like I've had at plenty of jobs, people leave their cards and never come back for it. So it's
true.
Someone would have just been out of $27. It wouldn't have been me, but it also wouldn't have been the man either. So I mean, I would have just honestly, I feel like I would have just like let him go. I mean, if it was just like one time and it's not, and obviously he was trying to pay, but card after card, you're having a bad day. You're having a bad day. All your cards are declined. You can't pay for this one drink. I'm not going to give you a hard time about it.
Here's the thing.
Don't come back.
If it was one drink that he didn't pay for, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
But to spend $27 worth of drinks, it's like you got to know, like you probably checked.
Was that not the one drink?
But it could have,
Oh,
but
you're
it
probably right.
depends because it could have been one drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
First of all, where are
Depends
you
on the
going? That
drink.
one drink is $27 too.
Hey, maybe
It's
he's a bougie
expensive.
guy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bougie guy, but his wallet says otherwise. Yeah, but hey,
I can't afford my taste.
Lana, what do you think this was the right decision by Jemima June?
Well, I agree with Amina that she was bold
Very
to do
bold.
that. I personally don't like confrontation, so I probably would have just paid the $27. But yeah, I mean, good for her for like standing up for herself, but I don't know if he would have ever really come back for that wallet though.
Yeah, once again, I'm a little shocked that it worked out. I feel like this probably could have gone wrong in many ways, like JT was saying. Best case scenario, he pays. Average scenario is that nothing happens and she's got to pay the $27. Worst case scenario, the guy freaks out and starts making a scene. Luckily, that didn't happen. Very quickly, Campbell, you're serving up adult juice. You're in this situation. Are you keeping the wallet?
If the person does not have any money on them or the card declines, I will. I mean, I wouldn't, but I mean, it like Amina said, and Lana said, like it's a very bold move to keep a customer's wallet and tell them to go find the money, or we're just gonna keep your item here until you get to us otherwise. But it's kind of like a 50-50 situation.
All right. I think for me, if I was in the situation, it would depend on the mood I'm in. Because if it's like at the beginning of the shift, maybe I wouldn't care. If it's towards the end, my feet are tired, someone just emptied out their whole entire body on the table or something. Maybe I would be more aggressive in that nature. I don't know. That is such a power move though to do that to somebody, is take their wallet. But yeah, we're gonna move on to another story though. Let's talk about some money moves, guys. As Trinity Rodman, the daughter of NBA icon Dennis Rodman, is making some big time money moves as the 19-year-old recently signed a 4-year contract extension with the Washington Spirits worth $1.1 million. Sportico reports making her the highest paid player within the National Women's Soccer League. She'll make an estimated $281,000 annually. Rodman joined the league in 2021 with a base salary of $42,000 plus housing and bonuses on a 3-year deal. She was also the youngest player drafted that year. After a breakout season where she started 25 games, Rodman was awarded Rookie of the Year by the NWSL, along with U.S. Soccer Young Player of the Year. She also is the only member of her team given the chance to attend the U.S. Women's National Team training camp, and was recently nominated for the 2022 Balloon d'Or, which is like the MVP of all women's soccer. Hey, I think are you guys? Not a lot of us are sports people here, but I think it's good to see that women's soccer are finally getting like contracts like this. Obviously, compared to a lot of men's contracts in the United States and probably globally, it's not at the same level. But to see like $1 million deal, it's like one of the first of its kind. I think is really great for the growth of women's soccer and just women's opportunities in sports.
Can I just make a
Yeah, I mean, you're the sports
statement, but I mean, if you have a 19-year-old phenom getting an invite to the United States Women's National Team and she's nominated for the Ballon d'Or, which is the, like you said, the MVP of soccer. They both have the men's and women's for that distinction, and now the women are getting paid equally as the men. And
I wouldn't say equally yet.
Well, not equally. Well,
closing the gap, if you will.
Okay, I'll reiterate my statement. But there's such distinction where is the women's national team is the best team in the world, and the men's team, they're going to the World Cup this year, in starting November, and now we're hosting literally in 2026, and that's going to be a huge deal. So I mean, you would say the men's national team is on the rise, and kind of taking that step in where women's soccer, they're the best in the world, and and they've been fighting for equal pay, and sooner or later, there's gonna be hopefully. I mean, I don't want to say officially yet, but I mean, they've been fighting for wanting to get paid e- e- annually and equally because I mean, if you would, in my opinion, I mean the women's team has been much way better than the men's team the past decade, literally the past decade, and seeing the women's World Cup team win in 2019 compared to not watching the American men in 2018, it was kind of a bummer, but going to see both teams in this upcoming winter, and then in the summer for the women, it's pretty huge to be an American soccer fan.
Yeah, I mean, tides are turning for women's and professional sports, and I think that's a great thing. Let's move on though, because let's talk about something not sports right now. I don't know what kind of accent that was. JT,
Yes.
we got another
We've
story
got a
coming up.
special delivery, first of all.
Hello, JT.
Hang on.
Oh, snap. Are we
Oh,
doing something
snap.
on air?
Yeah, we're doing something on there, Mr. Isaias Ramirez.
Hello, we have a special guest.
Good morning, everyone. This is Annabelle Pullen, General Manager, and I'm here to say to Isaiah, first day of the full morning bus and last first day for you. You've been here all summer, and we are giving out these very exclusive hoodies from WMSC. So Isaiah,
No
way!
You better be a large because there's no more sizes.
Last first day of fall as a student ever.
Let's put it on socials, guys. No, this is really cool because I've been here for like 4 years, and this is like my first Montclair State merch.
It is.
It's
Why?
No.
You're so weird for that. But yeah,
It's expensive. Hey, what a great time to be alive. I thank you for this. It's really cool, and I love hoodies. I might wear this later today.
right now.
I feel love today, guys. And it's great to have this first show. Wow, that's a hard tagline to keep doing. But it's great. I think the energy has been great, guys. You're doing great. It's been a swell time. But now, JT, enough about me, because I could talk about me for another hour.
We would love to hear that. I hope you can't hear the sarcasm.
Very expensive trip. Please take away.
Okay, very exciting.
You gotta scroll faster, JT.
It's going faster. Okay, amusement parks are truly scams. True words have never been spoken. And one person revealed online how scammy they truly are. Miranda Pierce, a name straight out of Nickelodeon, a British marketing expert, flew with her husband and her two young, period.
Two youngins.
And their two young kids went to an amusement park. But Miss Pierce would break down the extra cost of this vacation. The family paid $484.66 for the tickets, plus an additional $396 for fast passes, which allow visitors to skip the line at some of the rides. Why would you do that? You're still gonna have to wait sometimes. Anyway, another rant. Pierce and her husband also paid $62.79 for lunch, $42.60 for souvenirs, $36.39 for dinner, $27 to park their car, $21.79 for breakfast, $19.96 for ice cream, too many decimals, $19.16 for drinks, what the heck, and $4.25 for coffee. This did not include the tips they were going to give throughout the trip. Lady, why are you doing this? Now you are probably thinking, oh, they probably spent a few days at Universal. Well, you're wrong. They spent 1,113 in one day. Turn me down, Isaiah. In Universal Studios.
They put out over a band.
I don't know
in
what's
one
more
day.
mad at Universal or more mad at the privilege these people have. This is more money than I've seen in 2 years, and you're telling me you drop it on one day for Universal Studios? Was Harry Potter World that worth it?
I guess so. Potions. This is absolutely insane. Just
no, well, this is terrifying. Think about it.
Crazy.
This is worse than I'm not gonna say worse than Disney, because people in Disney are probably sobbing.
They probably spend more at Disney, I would imagine.
What is this? Well, let's talk about the 1976 for ice cream. We better bring ice cream from home. Hope it doesn't melt. I sound like my mom right now, and I don't like it.
Wait, so I want to know, like, did they buy like 4 ice creams?
Yeah, I'm screaming.
Yeah, I imagine it's 4 ice creams with some toppings.
The math now because
I'll say this. Thank goodness the kids are well under the age of probably 10, and that's an estimate age, because if they were older than that, the dinner and the lunch price was lost.
Yeah, they can still take advantage of the kids menu pricing.
Maybe the $2,000 range will come into play.
So assuming there's no toppings on the ice cream and they don't cost extra. Each ice cream costs $4.79.
Oh no.
I mean,
why are you paying for fast passes? You're still gonna have to wait sometimes.
Hold on. You know what's crazy though? That ice cream price isn't surprising to me, because like if you go to like a soft serve, they kind of are expensive when it comes to like getting ice cream, like not from a freezer. For the most part, like they're like around $4 or $5 for a small, probably. So that's not surprising.
That's so ghetto, bro.
I just think like the whole collection of everything added together and you break it down like that, that's brutal.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did the math wrong. It's $4.94.
Yeah. You know, we're not
cares about
math
math
here.
Kenny's not here anymore. Nobody cares about math. Love you, Kenny, if you're listening.
I can't do
Hey,
math.
babe.
That's crazy though. Amina, have you ever been to an amusement park like that?
I have.
Really?
I don't buy anything.
Good.
I don't buy anything. Like I might buy one snack. If it's like Universal or Disney, I'll do a souvenir. One. We're sticking to one.
Mhm.
And other than that, like I'm not having breakfast, lunch, dinner there. No.
I've also never been, and this explains why. I came from a family of 4, and every year I'm just like, I remember a couple of summers, I remember my mom looking into Disney and like me thinking, am I finally gonna get to go to Disney? And then it would just never happen. And I thought my mom was just cheap. And
Nah, there was a reason. There's definitely a reason.
she's definitely listening to this and like jumping for joy, like out of her bed, like, yes.
I told you. I was trying to tell you, JT.
I'm just like, you're so rude. We've never been to Disney. I'm like such a Harry Potter nerd, and I've never been to like Wizarding World of Harry Potter. What's up with you, mom? And she's like, you got $1,500. I'm like, oh please, you probably have that in your pocket right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I haven't been to Disney either, and now I look back on it and seeing all the TikToks of people visiting it. I'm like, maybe.
Here at 90.3 WMSC up Ron Claire, I have a question very quickly for you, Lana. Have you been to Disney or Universal?
I've been to Disney twice.
Really?
I don't remember it much because I was very little, but I remember it being a lot of fun.
Okay. I'm not too big on like amusement parks and stuff because I don't really be liking rides like that, man.
No,
I'm good on that. Like, especially I saw this video, you know, that one that just like goes high up into the sky and then like goes down, like goes back up kind of thing. I just described every roller coaster ever. Anyways, it broke and like the thing just like fell and like these people probably got like crazy whiplash and stuff like that. That's not for me, man. I will never actively seek something that could probably kill me. All right.
If it doesn't almost kill you to ride, it's not worth it.
I'm not doing any kind of ride. I don't want to go on any kind of ride at all. You will never see me on an amusement, a roller coaster, anything of that kind of nature. All right. We clear?
Yeah.
All right.
Chris.
And that's valid.
Hey guys, that was our first official show here on the Thursday Buzz. I don't know. I gotta say it was a real great show. I don't mean to brag, but I expected it, and we're gonna continue to have great shows for the rest of this semester because we have great people here on the Thursday Buzz. Tomorrow is another live show with a different cast of characters. But until then, enjoy your day, enjoy life, and remember, I finally got my first piece of Montclair State merch.
You're listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, the voice of Montclair State University.
Proud of you, Isaiah.